Hi everybody, welcome to day 10 of the shutdown. As promised yesterday, I've got a few of the pots that I like, that are by potters I admire. It's only a selection of the ones throughout the house. There are others, but I thought I'd get half a dozen or so different people. I've unpacked the kiln this morning. They all came out okay. You don't want to see a video of me unpacking a kiln again, that's just boring. Okay, so start off first with the big one. This one is a bottle by, I'm wiping the dust off them as I go. This is by Griffiths. It's a khaki glaze over a clear glaze with a brush stroke. One of my favourite potters, if not my favourite potter at the moment, in the UK at the moment. So that's quite a nice pot, that. Beautiful. That stands in my hall. I've got a number of pots by Nick Collins. Nick Collins is a friend and he's an exceptional potter. And this is from his 7-day, I think it's 7 days he fires his kiln over. That's a bottle. All wood ash from the firing. There's no, I don't think there's any glaze or it might be a glaze on it, but all this green is the wood ash, and it'll have been stacked on something else. That's a nice one. This one here is by British potter who lives in Japan, named Peter Seabridge. He came over to Wardlaw Myers a couple of years ago, and there was at least 4 potters trying to get hold of this. This is a beautiful little bowl, stunning. Fired in a anagama, and I was lucky enough to grab it the first thing in the morning. I waited for him to turn up on the Sunday morning, and I just handed him the money for it and said, I'm taking that. And then all the other potters came along trying to buy it the rest of the day, and I was in everyone's bad books for the rest of the day because I stole it from them. So that's a beauty. This here is earthenware. I don't just like one type of pottery, although you know there's a lot of brown pots, but this is by Francoise Duffayard. She is in France, in Brittany. Superb potter, absolutely brilliant. And this is earthenware. And I don't know if I'll come a bit closer for you so you can get to see it. Stunning, black with beautiful earthenware glazes on. It's a lovely little thing. You can see where my kiln filler influences come from, can't you? So that's that one. This is a box by David Wright, who's another good friend of mine. He hand builds these boxes, and it's full of bits. It's off the side the computer, and he cuts the wood and hand finishes the wood. They're beautiful. That's another one. This one here is a prized possession. This is by Ben Fosca, who doesn't make this kind of pot anymore. He's gone over to decorative earthenware for one reason or another. We're not going to, but that's a beauty. I swapped him a pot for that. I've had that quite a few years, and that is a stunning bottle. And basically it's just a big lump of clay. He's forced a piece of wood in, put a neck on it, and then fired it with chino glazes in his anagama tunnel kiln up in Cumbria, and that's a beauty. That right, Japanese pots. When I went to Japan a few years ago, I picked up a few pots. It's difficult to bring them back because of the weight, but I was lucky enough to be given 2 or 3 pots, and this one is by Euan Craig. He's an Australian who has been out in Japan for about 35 years. This is porcelain. I helped him fire his kiln when I was over there. It's a fast fired wood kiln, and he puts soda ash in it, soda fired pottery. That's a really nice cup, that. Now we have here, this is by Peter Dix. This is I helped him fire his kiln. He fires his kiln for about 7 days. I went over and sort of helped fire it for a couple of days while I was over there, and he kindly gave me this. This has got such a beautiful satiny feel to it, which is caused by the longevity of the firing. You can see there where he's held it and dipped it in the glaze, and that's a beauty. Now this one is by, I've not shown this to anyone before. This was a gift from Komatsu Sake, one of my heroes, one of my big inspirations. This is a red clay with a red sheen with white feldspar on the outside, and that's a prized possession. That one lives in my bedroom, also covered in dust. That's it so far. Oh, my very prized possession is this. This is a Carson Jug that he sold me when we went to visit, and I was a student. I went over to visit him at Woolwich. They'd just moved to Woolwich, and it's a second because the inside glaze has not gone how he wanted it, but the form and the weight and that's just wonderful. That sits on my side, on the side of the bedside table, and it's the first thing I see in the morning and the last thing I see at night. It's my inspiration for pottery, and I put it on the floor so I don't knock it over. So I don't know what I'd do if I didn't lost that. So that's it. A few of the pots. I'll give you a quick close-up in a moment with the camera so we can have a better look at them. And I'll be putting the names of the people I've talked about in the contents section down at the bottom there if you want to look them up yourselves. There'll be a lot of information on the internet for the various people. And that's that. It's all going okay here. I'm just waiting for a friend to bring me some quartz over. I was telling you in yesterday's video that I've run out of quartz, but luckily my friend who lives nearby, Penny with us, she's going to call past and dump a bag full on the front of the garden and drive off into the sunset. And I'll be able to mix some glazes up, and then I can get the kiln packed. So there'll be some video of me wadding the bottom, because there's a certain way that I wad the bottom of them so they don't stick to the shelves, and then there'll be a video following that of the packing of the kiln. People have been interested in how I pack the kiln, so I'll do a packing video. It takes about 2 or 3 hours, so I'll edit it all through and you'll be able to see the packing the kiln. And then the following day I'll do a video of the firing of the kiln. So we're getting to the business end, the pointy end of the monthly cycle that I run here. And then after that firing's gone, then we start from scratch again. We put clay, we prepare clay, throw pots, biscuit fire them, and it's a whole sort of sequence of events that happen. It's sort of a natural cycle. And so that's that. Hope you've enjoyed that. Any questions about it, just give me a mention in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.